plants growing underneath
There's
it.
some vines in there. Ugh, it's ugly.
Just needed to get done, like yesterday.
I'm glad
Yeah,
that's
only
gone.
in front of the house here. Don't go on the side.
I never did a follow-up video of those plants going in. That one, and that one. That's where that giant ugly bush was that we did on the time-lapse video. All the mulch is being ripped out of here right now so we can get it back to level, put down some fresh weed barrier, and then we're going to change out the mulch color to be like a cedar bark or something instead of this ugly brown stuff which loses color after just a month or two. So I never liked that mulch, the colored stuff, so we're going with an all-natural bark instead. So things are looking pretty good here. Flowers are coming in on the azaleas already. Look at that, looking real nice. Mrs. DIY Mama over here is ripping all the mulch out. There's the pile of mulch that came out, so that is going to get hauled away.
I won't step on your plant. It's all dirty.
So wear them. You want to put them back in the ground, make them happy. All right, back in his home. Split some hostas up that were over here. So we got smaller ones there now. You just take a shovel and you dig them up. Take a spade and you just take your foot and hack it in half. And you double your plants for free. Do it when they're young like this and then early in the spring so that way they're not huge and hard to control. But those two right there and that guy was added and that guy was added, so we split 3 hostas over there. We made 1, 2, 3, 4 over here and 4 on the other side of the house, all from 3 plants. So I think they were split 3 ways. They'll continue to grow and fill in throughout the rest of the spring. Next step's gonna be mulch and a few other things like fixing some of that brick.
A jet black Bugatti Veyron with orange stripes, huh?
Yes.
Is that what you wished for when you made your wish?
Yes.
Pulled up some big roots there from that old tree. A lot of planting today. That guy's coming in really nice.
What do you wish? What do you wish?
So in the garden we scraped all that old black mulch out. Colored mulch does not look good for very long. It loses its luster. Replacing with white cedar. 3 cubic yards of cubic cedar, white cedar. Oh, how things are coming along in the garden. We got some lavender plants in there, some ornamental grass, lots of hostas. Those were huge before. We split those apart. Those sticks there are where we planted some bulbs, so we know where they're going. That's all lavender there. Those were there a long time, for several years. Those daisies, wow, look at those daisies. And this is natural white cedar mulch, so it's not going to lose any color over time. We got the landscape fabric down. I mixed some of my citric acid into the soil when I planted those azaleas, and wow, did that make those flowers pop. That is looking good there. This is a creeping nettle plant, so this should get like a creeping ground cover about 18 inches wide. That's going to look really nice. Arborvitae, which should grow nice and tall right in the center there between the windows. That's going to look nice. A couple of lilies. going to give a quick overview of what we did on the side of the house here with those extra hostas. We planted them along the south side here, and since I always had trouble growing grass along here just because it's so dry, what I decided to do is just cut my losses instead of trying to reseed this area again. I just made a kind of a straight line using a shovel like this, and I just kind of dug in to start an edge and just went along. And I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I didn't do a lot of video for this section because it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to cut in like this, shovel, and you step down, and I'm going to just try to define that edge a little bit more, and then I'm going to take the rake and try to bust up some of these larger clumps of dirt here. So I might just work this back and forth a little bit just to try to get it softened up a little bit. And I redid the slope of how much the dirt was it was sloped into the foundation, so I piled up the dirt from here and I pushed it back this way up towards the foundation, so that way the slope goes this way. So that's going to help a little bit with drainage hopefully as well. And then I'm just going to mulch over the top, and yeah, I'm not going to put any weed berry over here. I've got still about a cubic yard of mulch that I need to use, so I'm just going to pile it on thick. You can see all the mulch we've got, and this is pretty much done now. We did add a couple more flowers in here. There's some more lavender, so this is the finished product after the mulch has been down for a few days. We did redefine this edge a little bit more. It did come out, or came in more like this, more sharper. So we just kind of evened it out a little bit so it's not as drastic. And there you go. Flowers are looking great. Those daisies are gorgeous. Look at that. Huge flowers. The azaleas, I think, need a little bit of water. And here's the lavender. That smells amazing, by the way. Let's keep going down here and take a look. The boxwoods are pretty big. I've had those in for about 3 years now. They were super tiny. That one's not doing so good. Something killed it over the winter time, so I cut out the bad pieces, gave it some fertilizer, and it looks like it does have some fresh new growth. So hopefully this still hangs on, survives. It's still green, and this is all new here at the top, so I think it's gonna be okay. And that is everything. These hostas are just gonna get huge and fill in. Big project. With the kids chasing them around the yard, it stretched out to be more than a week to get all this stuff taken care of. So I'm going to continue getting some mulch in. I'm going to finish cleaning up that side of the yard a little bit. And the grass is looking pretty good too, if anyone's wondering about that. Sorry for the wind noise. Still got a little ways to go here. This section I've always had trouble with, so that's still a work in progress. So anyway, that's my garden project update. If you guys got any questions, comments, leave them below. Sure appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Until next time, thanks for watching.